saya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo.
We are coming back to you live from the Alontes Sports Arena in Biñan, Laguna for the second game of your MPBL Wednesday. Now we will feature another rendition of our Battle of Champions. The inaugural season champs, Batangas City, will take on our Season 4 champions, Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Batangas is red hot right now with 3 straight wins, while Will Macanoni and Nueva Ecija will look to bounce back from one of their toughest losses in their Nueva Ecija careers. That includes Will with Jay Collado, Chris Biton, and company. They lost versus Biñan by 17 points. Let's see if they can do it against Batangas, who is very hungry as well to establish themselves in terms of having home court advantage in the South Division playoffs. A very interesting game for our second matchup today. Thank you for joining us, folks. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Coach Louie Gonzalez and Andrea Endicio. Now, Coach Louie, it was a tough game for Will Macanoni, to say no less, versus Biñan. How would you describe how he was limited by Tatakjel?
Oo, talagang na-challenge si Will in that game. And sa akin kasi, pag markado ka na, it cannot be a simple day for you. You really need to come out strong. You really need to come out prepared. And especially Will Macanoni, yung kanyang importance para sa lineup nitong Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards.
He only had 7 points versus Biñan. He only had 4 versus Davao. That actually followed his season best performance of 29 points versus the Pangasinan he plays. Let's see if Will Macanoni can bounce back in today's outing. Now, let's talk more about these two teams. Nasaan nga ba ang Batangas City at ang Nueva Ecija sa ating team standings? As we know, these two are playoff squads in our campaign.
Oo, etong Nueva Ecija holding to that number 3 spot with 18 wins and 3 losses. Pero a long road pa rin ang harapin itong Nueva Ecija. They'll be yung mga last games nila, actually 6 games nila, 5 of those teams are in the playoff bracket. So, talagang medyo mahirap pa. Hindi pa, it's not gonna be a walk in the park for Nueva Ecija. Pero we know, if their things come together, medyo mahirap silang kalaban. And Batangas City naman, okay, also at number 3 with 17 wins and 7 losses para dito sa South Division. Pero again, Batangas with its streaks right now, they wanted again to avoid complications also kasi sobrang traffic in terms of team standings in terms of win and loss record sa South Division.
But the good thing is for Batangas, their last 3 games will be against Marikina, Muntinlupa, and Sarangani. That is a manageable schedule. Comparing it to Nueva Ecija, who will take on Quezon Province, South Cotabato, Abra, Rizal, and the Pasay Voyagers. Now we feature our team comparison. Coach Louie, what numbers stand out the most for you?
Oo, sa akin, point scored itong Nueva Ecija. We know na if they are there, and that's one thing missing right now, especially dun sa na-mention mo na scoring drought ni Will Macaloni. They are third best in the league at 85.7%. Ito namang Batangas, 10th in the league at 17.8. Pero rebounding story ang titignan natin dito. Though Batangas City has 40 or 44.8 is because of the pace ng laro na nilalaro nila. They're not an up and down team. More on half-court set. They get their fast breakthrough stuff. So, ito yung isang bagay na pwede nating tutukan.
Back to the scores of Nueva Ecija. Will Macaloni had 7 in the previous game. Billy Robles had 5. Robbie Celis with 2. MJ Ayay with 8. And also John Wilson only had 7 points versus Binyan Tatak Shell. They scored a total of 82, which is near their average. But most of the scoring production actually came from 2 other players in Lucas Cullar and JB Bahio.
Oo, pero you know, sila yung bread and butter nitong team na to eh. Though nandyan Lucas Cullar has been playing very well for the season, pero again, at the end of the day, it's your trusted veterans that must deliver. Especially coming at this stage of the game, they cannot fumble. And alam naman natin, Coach, etong si Coach Don Dulay, being a veteran coach, he knows the importance of this guy to get going and get their games going as well.
In the words of Jay Collado, that was the most disappointing loss that he has ever experienced in his MPBL career with the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. But the good thing is, they have turned things around in their practices. It was a wake-up call for them, and today they have the perfect opportunity to win versus the Batangas Rum Masters, who, on the other end, won on their home floor versus South Cotabato previously.
And I watched this game at home, and I'm just happy the quartet of Coach Cholo Villanueva talagang came out and ang ganda ng ipinakita. Itong si Jong Baloria finished with 21 points, Ablasa 19, Levi Hernandez 17, tapos si Jex Apina, his usual numbers, 12 points and 10 rebounds, and they shot the ball very well against South Cotabato. It was a highly physical game actually. 91-82 Batangas winning. They shot the ball at 50%. Rebounding story. Ito na yung storya nila. Ito yung sinasabi natin. Limiting yung opponent rebounding. Sila naman plus 11 points in the paint. Ito yung lakas nila. So you know that they really executed in that game. They are plus 18.
Well, in terms of the quartet that you mentioned, it was the season high performance of Jong Baloria, the second best scoring performance of Cedric Ablaza. It was 3 points more compared to the season average of Levi Hernandez, and the first double-double in this season for Jexter Apinan. All activated versus South Cotabato. They would want to be activated again against Robbie Celis and company. This is our player matchup.
Two of the best forwards right now in the league. Itong si Cedric Ablasa and Robbie Celis. Now, in terms of number, nakita mo hindi masyado nagkakalayo. 31.2 points per game para kay Ced. 11.1 naman para kay Robbie Celis. Field goal percentage. Ito, that's why that makes them superstar. Itong si Ced shoots at 50%. 49.7. 0.3 difference lang. Itong si Robbie Celis. Rebounding, alam mo, normal delivery plus the assist.
By the way, those efficiencies are good for top 3 in the whole of the MPBL, joining Balti Baltazar. Now, these two are now joining Andrea Indicio.
That is right, Migs. Kasama ko nga ngayon ang 2 of the best forwards here in the MPBL, sina Cedric Ablasa at Robbie Celis. Unahin ko na munang kausapin itong si Cedric. Ced, alam naman natin na itong katapatan mo, isang all-around player din. And although never pa kayo naging teammates, wala pa yung familiarity, ano bang tingin or ano yung perspective mo dito kay Robbie? Paano ba tapatan ang isang Robbie Celis?
Siguro kailangan talaga ng sistema para sa kanya. Kasi mahirap yung kalaban yung all-around player. Kailangan na nakadetalye yung defense sa kanya.
Alright, thank you so much. Dumako naman tayo sa aking kaliwa. Robbie, in your previous game, you lost against Binyan, a contending team from the South. At ngayon, isa na namang contending team from the South ang makakalaban ninyo. How will you make sure na you will not get the same result as that previous game?
Siyempre, pinagandaan namin sila, no? Nag-start sa practice yon, and yung focus namin yan is to play defense, and hopefully, makuha namin yung panalo para makabawi naman kami.
At syempre, aabangan namin yan. At ang isa pa ngang inaabangan ng ating mga kaligang, ang ating nalalapit na MPBL All-Star this coming September 7 dyan sa Zamboanga City. So why don't we invite our MPBL fans na panoodin tayo doon? Unahin ko na dito kay Robbie.
Yes, sa lahat po ng fans ng MPBL, iniimbitahan po namin kayo na manood ng All-Star Games, especially yung 3-point shootout and yung slam dunk contest.
Alright, punta naman tayo dito kay Cedric bilang isa ka sa mga starter ng South Division. Anong sasabihin mo sa kanila?
Sa mga kaliga, sa mga sumusuporta sa MPBL, ini-invite ko po kayo na manood, lalo na sa mga tiga Zamboanga, ang executive game at all-star game ng North and South.
Alright, thank you so much to both of you and good luck to you and your team as well, mga kaliga. This is the second game of your Wednesday triple header. Nueva Ecija versus Batangas. Richard Campos, take it away.
Good evening and welcome to the second game. It's Batangas versus Nueva Ecija here at the Alonte Sports Arena. Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 6 presented by Extreme. We get the starting fives for both teams. Let's begin with the MPBL inaugural season champion, Batangas City Tanduay Ramesters. Playing center, number 14, Chris Porter. At forward, number 15, Don Ochea. Power forward, number 23, Sed Ablaza. Point guard, number 31, MJ De La Virgen. And at two guard, number 45, Jong Baloria. The head coach is Cholo Villanueva. Assistant coaches J.R. Aquino, Warren Capitan, John Arenas, and Dino Ponce Enrile. Assistant team manager Gilbert Alea. Team manager Gina Labanza. The team owner is Lucio Tan III. Now for the MPBL Season 4 champion, Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Forward number 8, Robbie Celis. Coming in at center number 14, Will McCaloney. Point guard number 24, JC Colliar. Starting at guard number 51, Big Bang Toto Byron Villarias. And at small forward number 26, Ilonggo Superman Billy Ray Robles. The head coach is Don Dulay. His assistants are Rob Wainwright, Matt Magalindal, Arnold Oliveros, Rick Season, Derek Evangelista, and Jonathan Uiluan. Assistant team manager Jen Dignadice, team manager Raymond Dizon.
We have our starting fives brought to you by Sports Max, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. It's MJ De La Virgen with Jong Baloria, Chris Porter, Don Ochea, and Cedric Ablaza for Batangas City. And then we have Lucas Colliar with Byron Villarias, Will Macaloni, Robbie Celis, and Billy Ray Robles for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards.
Mano y mano. Okay, that's what we, ito yung nakikita ko with the starters in terms of position and personnel. Match na match talaga, Migs.
These two teams have a lot to prove as well at this part of the season, as we do have playoff implications, seedings for Batangas and Nueva Ecija. As now Chris Porter tries to be aggressive. He was stopped by Will Macaloni. Good help as well from Rob Celis, who got the board.
And talking about match-up, yung team standings, ito yung maganda. Though, itong teams na to, okay, itong Nueva Ecija from the North Division, Batangas at the South Division, importante yung panalo kasi alam mo, yung the way that the games are going, especially yung traffic nga doon sa gitna, and it's just San Juan and Pampanga right on the top, pero sa South Division naman yung Quezon losing to Batangas, tapos alam mo pa yung mga games left nitong Quezon, you just wanted to get W's.
Right now, seeds 2 all the way to 7 are separated by 3 games for the South Division kung saan kasama po ang Batangas City, while Nueva Ecija can actually pray for a miracle that San Juan or Pampanga could just lose a game or 2. Actually, a minimum of 2 games for them to be able to at least get the number 2 seed in the North.
Remember, hindi pa nagtatapat yung San Juan Knights at Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
It will happen this coming Friday inside the Cuneta Astrodome. Valoria onto MJ de la Virgen, a 3-pointer, short. Both teams still scoreless, and there's a loose ball foul.
And to me, this is going to be a battle of primary options. Yung mga usual suspects ng both teams really need to deliver, because it's going to be a battle of the coaches as well. It's a chess battle between Coach Don Dulay and Cholo Villanueva. And again, pag ganito kasi yung labanan, pupunta ka dun sa mga starters mo talaga eh. Dun sa mga superstars mo.
Kumbaga, nag-offset na yung mga benches. At the end of the day, you rely onto those superstars, as you mentioned, will get you over the top, as John Valoria wasn't able to convert, and we're back with the Rice Vanguards.
Kasi pag ganito, it's the mutual respect among the superstars. Eh. Makita mo na how they respect each and every one. Iba yung pakiramdam ng bola pag alam mo superstar din yung bumabantay sa iyo.
Yes.
'Di ba? So kung paano madidisiplina ng parehong taskmaster yung parehong yung respective teams nila, ang makikita natin dito. Crucial.
Right now, it has been a defensive battle. 0 points each for Batangas and Nueva Ecija with over 2 minutes gone by. Jong Valoria on to Don Achea against Billy Ray Robles. Achea shoots, short, rebound to the Ilonggo Superman.
Isipin mo, pumunta ka dun sa option mo na best defensive player mo being defended by the best defensive player ng kalaban.
Robles just got his 3rd board. Now it's Robbie Celis against Don Achea. Double present, Macaloni barging his way through. 2 free throws.
Could have been a good stand from Chris Porter till that last minute na binaba niya yung kamay niya.
Coach Cholo could not believe the foul call. He actually wanted a charge instead. And here's Will Macaloni, fresh off of his 7-point performance. The first free throw is good for him. He does have an efficiency rate of 73% from the line. That's good for number 6 in the MPBL in terms of volume free throw shooters.
And I spoke to him before the start. I told him, Will, bawi. Yes, coach. Bawi. Hindi pa pwedeng ganun.
Right.
He knows. Okay, that's ganun yung standards talaga. All-star.
Especially as of this moment, because it's about to be a drought for him. He hasn't scored in double figures in 2 games already. As Macaloni got the board, and here's Cuellar pushing on to Billy Robles. Lucas back to Robles. Now it's Macaloni down the middle. Fouled again. Basket and 1. And he's back, Coach Louie.
And you know, he almost perfected that move already. Now, because he expects the contact. Pero maganda, hindi siya tumitigil doon sa play.
Macaloni gets fouled around 4 times per game. That's 10th most in the MPBL. Unable to shoot or make that free throw though. 4-0. It's Chris Porter handing it off to MJ de la Virgen. Batangas still looking for their first points. There's a denial by Robles. Unfortunately, Billy fouled Chris Porter.
And ganito nagiging trend, no? Every time top teams face off, ang bagal nagsimula.
Isn't it a testament to their preparation?
Nangangapa pa pareho eh. Maya-maya bibilis na yan.
Valoria. Reverse, denied, recovery for Achea.
And those are the things na magiging X-factor for this game. Yung mga extra possessions na yan, na yung sipag na i-insert ng bawat players for their teams, ayan ang mag-i-spell ng difference.
A steal, the feed by De La Virgen. Fortunately, Ablaza traveled.
And the transition defense there of Nueva Ecija, gonna appreciate that. And especially, ang involved doon, si Will Macaloni. You don't see him that much na talagang tatakbo ito sa transition.
Sideline inbound for Billy Robles. We're back with Lucas Cullar. He has to be careful as the Leverhen just got a steal for Batangas. 6 minutes and 10 in the opening frame. Robbie Celis onto Billy Robles.
That usual 3-man action that's being run by Nueva Ecija.
6 on the shot clock. Celis will fire. No good. Rebound Ablaza. Rob Celis, by the way, did not even convert a single field goal in their previous outing versus Binyan Tatakgel, as Jong Baloria on the other end converts with a three-pointer.
A great finder coming from MJ De La Vergen.
It is 5-4. Batangas now has the advantage. Byron Villarias answers back.
Kaya ito yung sinasabi natin, mano-i-mano.
Yes.
Diba? And ang maganda dito, pag nag-ikot ng player, itong both coaches, maybe later on, a bit later, papasok na si John Wilson for Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Tapos si Philip Panyomoga naman for the Batangas City Ram Masters.
2 gunners. 2 former PBA players as well.
2 former JRU Heavy Bomber as well.
A lot of JRU players present in this game.
Exactly.
Robbie Celis able to score.
And I think that's the best spot Robbie needs to operate in this game. Because facing up, I think with the forwards nitong Batangas can keep up with him. So mas maganda talaga maglaro siya back to the basket.
There's our player matchup. Ablaza lost the ball. Here's Lucas Cullar going all the way. He's blocked by Sed, who did have his season-high 3 blocks versus South Cotabato. Cross court, almost a steal by Byron. It is obtained by Nueva Ecija. Robbie Celis. Footwork, 2 points.
Ayun sinasabi natin, him operating back down to the basket. Itong si Robbie Celis.
It is already a bounce-back game for Robbie Celis, as this fast break of the game is brought to you by SportsMax, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Rob told me that it was his youngest son, Daniel, who was criticizing him when he got back home from that loss versus Binyan Tatakgel, saying, "Papa, bakit ganun ang laro mo? 2 points ka lang, wala ka pang field goal." And so this is his way of responding to his son.
You are still watching the MPBL. Coach Cholo Villanueva sees and calls this game a mirror match. Nakikita niya rin daw ang team na to, ang team ng Rice Vanguard sa team niya. Hindi lang dahil pareho silang top 3 team sa kanilang division, but more of they are both a veteran team with a lot of familiarity sa isa't isa. And because of that, Coach Cholo says we can't do basic defense against this team. We have to make them think more. He acknowledges na hindi lang players ang matalino in this Nueva Ecija team, but the coaches as well. They gotta be in rhythm with a killer mentality all throughout the game. Next and Coach Louie.
And with that, isn't this the type of game wherein you would imagine that they spend more time watching film, discussing their game plan in order to counter each other?
Kasi alam mo yun, even na i-even out mo na yung galing ng bawat isa Because you know na this is a team with a lot with depth also in terms of bench. Alam mo na players with a high IQ and maganda na rin yung chemistry. So ayun yung pupuntahan mo. Ayun yung capitalize mo.
We just saw field goal number 5 for Nueva Ecija off of some good chemistry between Will Macaloni and Rob Celis, as MJ De La Vergen answers back on the other end.
And that's a big 3-pointer coming from MJ De La Vergen. And to answer back, itong run na meron itong Nueva Ecija.
I love that he celebrated like Steph Curry, by the way. 1 pound to the chest, and then a point to the sky. Off of that miss by Byron, we're back with MJ.
And with the departure of Rudy Lingana, talagang MJ, talagang naging malaking, ang laki na ng role niya para dito sa team na to.
Although, welcome back to Rudy Lingana, who I saw play for Mindoro. This past Monday.
Together with this fellow kababayan, si Coach Jens Nutel and Jer Kawaling.
Three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Mr. Clutch himself for Batangas City this season. MJ delivering the goods, and there's the Steph Curry celebration for him. Now, the benches are on the floor. JB Bahio, John Wilson, Jay Collado, and Kenneth Mocon in for Nueva Ecija, while it's Jexter Apinan, CJ Isit, Philip Panyamogan, and Levi Hernandez for Batangas.
Oo. You're gonna expect that na with the way yung length ng playing time ng starters nila, you expect a platoon substitution coming from both teams.
That was a nice stop by Nueva Ecija. Here's CJ Isit with 2 on the shot clock. Short. And there's a shot clock violation called on Batangas.
At nakita mo, no, for Batangas, it's only Chris Porter that was left. Together with, and for Nueva Ecija naman, iniwan ni Coach Don Dulay itong si Billy Robles.
Billy has had 4 rebounds already for himself. All right, our referees are reviewing that last sequence because the shot of CJ Isit actually hit the rim. So it was weird that they called the 24-second shot clock violation.
Though ito rin namang Nueva Ecija rin ang nakakuha ng rebound after that shot ni miss basket ni CJ Isit.
Disappointing the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguard.
So just follow the jump ball possession arrow. Nueva Ecija will get possession. It's a virtual timeout as well for our 2 coaches. Are very familiar with each other. Coach Don Dulay used to coach for Makati and Davao Occidental. And before Coach Don Dulay was the coach of Makati, it was Coach Cholo Villanueva. JB Bahio.
So let's see kung maduduplicate ni JB yung kanyang performance in their last game versus Binyan.
He had 16 points versus the Doc Gel as Jay Collado just scored for Nueva Ecija.
And that's one guy that I really miss. Yung presence nito ni Jay Collado. But sa akin kasi minsan itong mga players na to, you wanted to reserve them down the stretch. Kasi you wanted to preserve them na kasi ang importante sa mga to yung decision making nila at the end
Well, the good thing is Jay Collada's leadership has always been there. As Jexter Apinan got fouled, it's a basket and 1 opportunity for him.
And a right-hand finish coming from Jex Apinan.
Well, he's coming off of a nice game for himself, off of his steal by Philip Panyamogan. There's the forward feed onto the left-handed Jexter Apinan, who had a double-double. His first in the season versus South Cotabato, 12 points and 10 rebounds.
And that finish we don't usually see.
Apinan averages 7 points and 6 rebounds per game. There you see his numbers. 50% free throw shooting, which is quite normal for him, although he has wanted to improve it. Unable to convert from the line. 15-8, 90 seconds before the end of 1. Collado to Wilson, our Season 3 regular season MVP. It's Bahio. On to Ayaay, nice fake. MJ, back to JB, 3 seconds. Bahio, no foul, no bucket. Recovery for Ayaay, and there's the conversion.
And one of them being the reliables right now ni Coach Don Dulay is MJ Ayaay, who's been averaging 8 points per game and plus the toughness in terms of defense.
Unfortunately, his defense wasn't enough there versus Levi Hernandez, the leading scorer of Batangas in their campaign.
He was there. Pero again, wag mo nang patanggapin ng bola si Levi.
Denial is the key. Here's MJ, bounce pass onto JB. Bahio has 7 seconds to work with. 4 seconds, Collado, that's good. What a start for Jay Collado.
And again, the starters, no, itong bench players, guys coming from the bench, ito na yung medyo pumipick up na yung pace ng game.
It's a steal by Mocon, who is known for his defense, and a foul by CJ Isit to stop the break. You know who I also get reminded of when I see Kenneth Mocon? Keith Pido.
And yung mga ganyang klaseng player, may role palagi sa team yan.
Right.
Diba?
Moco now has the leather against the zone of Batangas City. 7 seconds to work with. Almost a steal. 3 seconds. It's another foul.
Sayang.
It's the last foul to give by Batangas.
And the last minute of this game, talagang may tumaas na yung energy.
Kumbaga, naging diesel ang ating kwento. Muli, for the two contenders, that was a miss by Mocon. And no more attempt for JB Bahio off of his effort to get the board. Our first quarter tally is 19-13.
Again, just both teams are shooting the ball with a lot of efficiency. Etong Nueva Ecija na lang get a lot out of dun sa stop, tapos nakakuha sila ng fast break.
Robbie Celis went off to have a nice start alongside Will McAloney, so the duo is back at least for the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. They combine for 10 points already in this matchup. There's the first three-pointer of MJ de la Virgen. He's tied with John Boloria and Levi Hernandez as the top scorers of Batangas City. Collado is the other top scorer with 4 for the Rice Vanguards. This first quarter score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. That's the ending. GameX. We have our fan of the game brought to you by Jinky Skin. We're glad to have him here inside the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna for our Battle of Champions, Nueva Ecija versus Batangas City. And for our main event, Binyan Tatak Gel will defend their home court against Davao Occidental. But on September 7, inside the Mayor Vitaliano Diagan Coliseum in Zamboanga City, we are hoping to see you guys for our MPBL All-Star Day, our executive game, 3-point shootout, slam dunk contest, and the All-Star game, which will feature the likes of Cedric Ablaza, Levi Hernandez, Will McAloney, and Robbie Celis from Batangas and Nueva Ecija. We're going to see our VIPs as well in Batangas, who are present here in Binyan. Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes, Head of Basketball Operations Emer Oreta, and Head of Security Rudy Distrito.
Always present to supervise our game na alam mo maitaos yung mga games natin dito sa MPBL palagi na maayos.
It's 19-13 in favor of the Rice Vanguards. Panyamogan misfires. Batted for the rebound. It ends up with Batangas City. CJ Isit drives. He was denied by Bahio. First quarter field goal story.
5 out of 18 coming from the Batangas City. Ito namang for Nueva Ecija is 8 out of 15. Though, may maganda kasi yung ginawa ng Nueva Ecija right from the get-go is they were able to push that basketball right away.
JB Bahio able to get the putback. That's his first 2 points in this game. He averages 7 per outing. And here's Mark Cruz, the pull-up and the bounce. That's the X factor who Ced Ablaza brought up to me. He wants him to step up even more moving forward for Batangas.
He's really a capable player. It's just talagang he's not, itong si Mark talaga doesn't look to score. He's there to defend, he's there to crash the board. Pero yung scoring sa kanya, that's the least of his priority.
Well, he's no stranger to the system of Coach Cholo, and of course his chemistry is there with his longtime teammates as CJ Isit converted from downtown, and now it is a one-possession game.
And this is what we're gonna witness. Pag may team na medyo bumaba lang yung energy, the other team will capitalize. So, pakita natin, mini runs for both teams.
This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. CJ Isit also making his presence known here in Binyan. That was three-pointer number 4 for Batangas in this matchup. It is now 21-18. Back inside the Alonte Sports Arena for Nueva Ecija versus Batangas City. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside our master tactician, Coach Louis Gonzalez, and Andrea Indicio is our courtside reporter. Batangas looking better recently as they were able to trim the lead down to 3. They trailed by as many as 8 points.
And with that 5 straight points nitong Batangas City, it forced Coach Don Dulay to call an early timeout in the start of second quarter.
Baseline inbound for MJ Ayaay. They go to Bahio against Mark Cruz. JB trying to attack, double teamed. Good help. It's Wilson now with 5 seconds. The pull up and the miss. Offensive rebound for MJ. Jay Collado unable to exploit that mismatch. And here's Collado now off of his catch. He attacks and then he lost the ball. Panyamoga not to be careful. Philip will bring it down. Inside he tried to go to no avail.
And you know, one thing right now na ginagawa ng Batangas, their defense sticking to that zone. Pero alam na kasi nila itong si Ken Mocon will not be that much also in terms of scoring the basketball. So yung defender niya talagang grabe yung help sa nandun na halos nakaupo na doon sa shaded lane.
Although don't get us wrong, Mocon can shoot. He's not just like MJ Ayaay and John Wilson in terms of scoring. As Levy Hernandez now attacks. That's a known shooter for Batangas. He scores.
And that's the danger every time Levy on his first basket shoots that basketball.
Streaky
talaga.
Jay Collado, signature spot, short. And this is a chance for Batangas to grab the lead.
Ito nga si Philip Panyamoga, no, though scoring in almost 8.7 points per game, hindi pa natin makita sa kanya yung usual output niya na compared to his days with playing for Makati.
And now there's a foul called on the contest by Mark Cruz. Obviously, much to the dismay of Batangas City. Oh, it's actually a charge. So it wasn't a bad reaction. It was a happy reaction for the Batangas bench.
Pinoy step na may kasamang hawi eh.
Here it is. Tumama sa ulo. Now I feel bad for Mark Cruz.
He's built for that.
Back with Batangas, down by 1. 4 minutes gone by in the second. Eman Calo is now in the game. Levy Hernandez, no good. Rebound Eman. He's playing point actually for Nueva Ecija. A poor pass.
Miscommunication there.
Levy, Mark Cruz against Robbie Celis. Turnaround shot, no good.
And you know what's good with Mark Cruz and Jex Apinan during their college days? These two are so used to defending imports. Kaya yung every time they battle it out down low, hindi na sila naiilang eh doon sa banggaan.
Kaya yung siko ni MJ Ayaay sa mukha ni Mark Cruz, okay lang yun.
Oo, sanay na siya doon.
Here's Levy Hernandez, catch and fire. No good. Good effort on the glass. Ball almost stripped away by Jexter Apinan.
Kaya yung attitude nila every time na merong rebounding situation, ganun na lang, they don't just give up. Kasi imagine, they fought against 7-footer imports eh.
Rebounding story, by the way, is 17-14 in favor of Nueva Ecija. It is 21-20. Macaloni fouled. 2 free throws. And that's a matchup that we will witness this coming September 7. Macaloni versus Ablaza. But will they be guarding each other? That is our question.
And one thing na lang na sigurong ma-answer natin, Sedwell defending somebody na mas matangkad kaysa sa kanya.
said, pili ka na lang. Greg Slaughter, Balti Baltazar, o Will Macaloni.
Meron pa Jason Ballesteros doon.
May Warren Bonifacio ka pa, may Raba Aluseni ka pa off the bench for the North All-Stars.
And si Will Macaloni is deceiving when you defend him. Akala mo ang bagal, pero ang ganda ng footwork nito.
CJ Isit, that's a footwork as well. He was fouled by Eman Calo. Although it's really good to see the sportsmanship among the players. They have so much respect for each other. Well, CJ Isit actually competed versus Eman Calo and the rest of Davao in Season 2 of our finals when he was with San Juan.
Can you imagine the five playing right now for Nueva Ecija?
It's Billy Robles with Robbie Celis, Byron Villarias, Will Macaloni, and Eman Calo.
Biro mo, Villarias, Macaloni champions for Nueva Ecija. Robles, Calo, and Celis champions naman for Davao.
There was a conversion for Batangas City, trimming the lead down to 1. Here's Billy Robles. Macaloni. On to Eman Calo, catch and shoot. And he gets the bounce. Remember last year when he was with Makati, his three-point shooting was big time for them.
And ang maganda kasi kay Eman, off the move, kaya niyang itira.
And there's a lifting violation called on RJ Ramirez. See that off the move catch and shoot.
Especially with this combination 5 ng Nueva Ecija, itong Batangas needs to keep that ball moving. When you have Calo and Robles together defending sa backcourt, medyo maganda, mataas yung defensive efficiency niyan.
Eman Calo going to Robbie Celis. 8 on the shot clock. Celis staying patient. Oh, the pass was a bit too low for Will Macaloni. A good idea though by Billy Robles.
That's an selfish play, pero okay yun. And quickly acknowledging itong si Will Macaloni. Sayang lang.
So we go back Batangas City's way. Ablaza going to Hernandez. 9 on the shot clock. Levy to try to trim the lead. Hernandez attacks. Hernandez will get 2 free throws.
Talaga ang magiging point of attack. Icha-challenge nila yung defense ni Rob Celis.
Levy Hernandez, a 2-time All-Star. Shoot 2 gimmies. His first selection was back in Season 2 when he was with the Pampanga Dong Lanterns. Now we go to Andrea Indicio.
Coach Cholo once joked about his team being borderline boring, but Coach Don Dulay greatly disagrees. Paliwanag niya, this team executes. They don't waste their shots. They stick to their system, and that is not boring. That is basketball, which is why Coach Don says they need their spark in this game, something that they failed to have in their previous game. Talking about spark, binahagi nga ni Coach Don that there are just those days, even when he was still a player, that you know you gotta perform, but it's not translating with your performance. This time, it can't happen twice. But for this kind of ball game, it's a matter of which spark will go brighter than the other. Back to you guys.
I like the comparison or the description of boring, being detailed onto a team like Batangas, because if you translate it to the NBA, you would think about the San Antonio Spurs. If you really know the game of basketball, the boring teams are actually the ones who play the beautiful game.
Exactly. Simplicity at its finest. Ayun kasi lagi, that's the beauty of the game. Yung passing, yung ball movement, yung players cutting, ayun talaga kasi, it's not really the isolation. Because again, at the end of the day, it's a team sport. As much as possible, sharing is caring.
All right, now, we have a coach's challenge. We'll take a short break.
The challenge of Batangas City was unsuccessful.
Challenge unsuccessful for Coach Cholo Villanueva, who touched it last. Apparently, it was Jexter Apinan. Although it's hard to see with that angle. So we shall continue. Sideline inbound for Billy Robles. Here's Will Macaloni against Seth Ablaza. Starter versus starter. Pass inside. Robbie Celis. 6 seconds. Celis, tough shot. That's good.
And that's good defense already. Just better offense for coming from Rob Celis.
Just have to appreciate how dynamic he can move.
Oo naman.
Talking about Rob Celis. A walking mismatch in the MPBL. Levy Hernandez absorbing the contact. Will Macaloni wants a challenge. Will Coach Don give it to him? And yes, he will. That's back-to-back challenges for Coach Cholo and Coach Don, respectively.
And again, doesn't want to waste any, alam mo yung missed opportunity na baka ito yung bumalik sa kanila. And if you're gonna save Will Macaloni one foul, why don't do it, diba? Alam mo how important this guy is to his team.
Foul trouble was his problem 2 games back versus Davao Occidental.
The challenge of Nueva Ecija was unsuccessful. Foul committed by
So it is the second foul of Will Macaloni. Explain it to us, Coach Louie.
At first, talagang hands straight up straight up lang yung kamay ni Will Macaloni on that challenge versus the attack of Levy Hernandez. Pero at some point, medyo bumaba
That's all it takes.
Pag nakita na ng ating official yun, automatic yun. Kasi parang nagkaroon ka na ng konting advantage dun.
And the discipline that it takes in order to be effective in basketball, it's a lot. Levy Hernandez is at the stripe. He goes 1 for 2. That's 8 points already for Sniper de Mexico. JB Bahio returns.
And you know, itong sa akin, though, siyempre ayaw naman natin magka-injury in player, but Levy is still fresh in this season.
Yeah.
He was a month yata na nakaupo ito si Levy, so alam mo na marami pa ito.
Well, Levy, upon his return, he scored 8 and 9 points respectively, which is decent, by the way. Ever since, double figures na siya. All the way, 17 points per game in the last 4 outings for Levy Hernandez.
Imagine that. And ayun na, pataas na yung laro. Nagpipick na uli yung laro ni Levy.
Forward pass by Robles. It was too long for Robbie Celis.
And again, when there's RJ Ramirez inside, automatic talaga. May tatakbo in terms of transition defense. And that's what he did on that fast break attempt coming from Nueva Ecija.
RJ now calls the play. Apinan. On to Levy Hernandez against Billy Robles. Levy still at it. 8 on the shot clock. Back to Jexter. Apinan attacks. Strong side. Apinan unable to score. And here's Bahio. 3-on-2 action. JB is fouled by Valoria.
Ito yung sinasabi natin, no? Okay, no easy baskets. If you want to score, especially if you have the advantage, okay, both teams having a very intelligent players will make you earn it from the line.
JB Bahio has 2 points so far to his name. This will be his first trip to the stripe. He's coming off of his second best scoring performance this season. With 16 versus Binyan. His season high was 17 versus Bulacan.
So I'm looking at the bench nitong Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, no? Yeah, kasi hinihintay ko pa isang point guard Yes, and si Ryan Costello naka civilian clothes.
Well, that has been the story for Nueva Ecija all season long because of their depth. Some would have to be reserved. Even Byron Villarias has only played 10 games in their campaign. Now there is a foul called, much to the dismay of Eman Calo. That could be his third.
And he is an important player for Rice Vanguards right now, especially if you're playing a team like Batangas, na alam mo, importante yung mga defensive players mo eh.
You were just talking about his defense alongside Billy Ray Robles and how they have been consistent at it for years already. At least for them, they did put in another defensive guard in Lucas Cullar.
And with Billy Ray Robles and Eman Calo inside, they were able to protect itong kalamangan nila. Kung napansin kayo, we're down to the last 2 minutes nitong ating second quarter. Doon meron ng mini run yung Batangas, pero Nueva Ecija still holds on to that lead.
It is a one-possession game here in Binyan. Cullar attacks. Good strip by Apinan. He is known for that. Jexter feeding onto Valoria. One more to Levy Hernandez. And isn't this their strong five?
Again, that quartet. And now, plus MJ De La Virgen.
And they're 90 seconds before halftime.
Ang ganda kasi ng combination nitong apat na to eh. Plus any. Can be MJ, can be CJ Isit. Kahit sino na dyan.
Almost a steal. Robbie Celis, no violation there. No conversion as well. And here's Apinana on the move. A chance to get the lead. De La Virgen. MJ feeds. Jexter staying patient. No basket. How about that effort by Bahio? Although it ended up with Valoria. 2 points for Ablaza.
And again, those extra passes. And it's chemistry, Migs. It's chemistry.
That was assist number 10 already for Batangas in this game. Nueva Ecija now down by 1. No conversion for Cullar, and here's Levy. Almost a strip by Lucas. 10-second differential. De La Virgen. MJ bounces onto the wrong man.
Masyado na naman naging unselfish si MJ dun.
Byron, catch and fire. That's good. Season 4 Finals MVP of the MPBL coming alive.
And sa akin, at this point ng tournament, Coach Don needs to give him more playing time. Ito nga si Byron Villarias.
This could actually jumpstart him for the rest of the season and the playoffs. So off of that three-pointer by Villarias and their staff, they will have the advantage at halftime, 33-31. This is our play of the game, brought to you by Suzuki. The mad scramble for Batangas City. Oh no, this was the clean one. The Levy Hernandez reception off of that feed by Jong Valoria.
And again, as expected, it's getting to be a battle of combination. So etong what we witnessed at the end of the first half, etong Batangas going to their quartet. Etong si combination ni Ablaza, Apinan, Valoria, and Levy Hernandez.
This halftime score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX.
Mga kabasketball, handa na ba kayo? Makisaya ngayong September 7 sa Zamboanga City para sa 2024 Sikat MPBL All-Star Game. Iba ang sigla at laban sa Zamboanga. Suporta kita kung mga manlalaro MPBL, ang Liga ng Bayan. Basta Zamboanga, sikat.
That is right mga kaliga, you heard our founder. Malapit na nga po ang ating MPBL All-Star this September 7 dyan sa Zamboanga. At this juncture, we will be having our halftime interview together with Assistant Coach Dino Ponce and the Assistant Coach of the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. Thank you so much po, Coach, for joining me here at the half. Obviously, Coach, we have a tight ball game right here. Right now, you guys are down by only 2 points. Obviously, you guys are not doing anything wrong, but what do you wish for your boys to do more?
Well, right now, as you said, it's a close game, no? Both of us are in the third place of our respective divisions, so we hope the players, our players, will be more composed, both offensively and defensively. We just hope to stick it out with the game plan of Coach Cholo and hoping for the best how the ball bounces in the second half.
Yes, Coach. Let's continue to hope for the best. Ngayon naman po, meron po ba kayong gustong batiin o pasalamatan?
Siyempre, ang pasasalamatan natin, mga taga Batangas dyan, especially mga may nanonood sa amin ngayon, mga Batang Duay Fans Club. Tapos, especially led by our Congressman, Mr. Marvin Marino, and our beloved Mayor, Beverly Lemocua. And of course, Tanduay Executives led by Mr. Gina Labanza, and our team owner, Mr. Lucio Tan III. Thank you po.
Right, thank you so much, Coach. Nakakatuwa naman na hanggang dito sa Binyan, my fans, ang Batangas. Alright, and that's for our halftime interview. Don't go away, magbabalik pa rin po ang MPBL.
The stars have aligned, and now we are dead set for our MPBL All-Star Game.
Are you ready for more?
Pacquiao finally knocked down
The Sound All-Star Executives.
The man you have all been waiting for. How many times have we seen that and it still doesn't get tiring to watch?
A love to himself.
For the tie! Oh no! No! That is it!
3-point shootout champion, Orlan Wamar.
The crown will belong to the guy from the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Our champion is CJ Ganya. Boy Aktub from downtown and leaner, yes sir. The run, Serrano on the move, Serrano all the way.
Oh my goodness, there we go. That's our first dunk of the game.
MPBL All-Star Game winner, the North All-Stars.
Mga kabasketball, handa na ba kayo? Makisaya ngayong September 7 sa Zamboanga City para sa 2024 Sikat MPBL All-Star Game. Iba ang sigla at laban ng Zamboanga. Suporta kita kung mga manlalaro MPBL, ang Liga ng Bayan. Basta Zamboanga, sikat.
A gentle reminder that our All-Star Day will happen this coming September 7 in Zamboanga City. But now we are inside the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna for Nueva Ecija versus Batangas, our latest edition of the Battle of Champions in Season 6 of our beloved Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Liga ng bawat Pilipino. It has been tight as we expected all along.
It's been ugly as well. But, you know, when two good teams play together, play each other, you expect that it's gonna be like this. Alam mo yun, both teams came in prepared. Kaya expect mo na ganitong kababay talaga yung field goal percentage. No rebounding. Ito nga, 3-point field goal, 30% for Batangas, 27% for Nueva Ecija. 2-point field goal, 33% for Batangas City naman, and 56% coming from Nueva Ecija kasi marami silang fast break. Rebounding story, okay, +2 lang itong Nueva Ecija. Assist, +1 lang naman din itong Nueva Ecija. So, expect mo talaga na yung mga maliliit na maliliit na breaks will spell the difference between this match all throughout. And again, it's also yung mga players na magi-step up.
You did mention that you're looking at the big four of Batangas City, the Ablazas, the Hernandezes, the Valorias, and Pinans of the world. Right now, you're seeing their names, except for Cedric Ablaza, was only attempted 2 field goals or field goal attempts in the first half, while the others have stepped up. On the other end, the duo is back in action for Nueva Ecija. Macaloni and Celis combined for 14. Byron Villarias in his 10th game this season has 6 points already. Jay Collado also has given 2 baskets for these Rice Vanguards. So the veterans are showing up in this game so far.
Exactly. It's the primary options ng mga parehong koponan ng importante right now to deliver for them to get a win. Pero sa akin, it's the mini runs na nagkakaroon. No? It's coaches na nakakuha sila ng magandang kombinasyon, then suddenly, magkakaroon ng 5-0 run.
Nueva Ecija will now get a baseline inbound with Lucas Collar working with Byron Villarias, Billy Robles, Robbie Celis, and Will Macaloni. Macaloni now goes to Byron, who fires immediately. Too strong. Offensive rebound. Pass was too low for Will.
Alam mo yun, ang ganda na nga, bumagsak na nga sa kamay ni Jason ni Rob Celis yung bola pero nag-turnover naman siya, passing that basketball to the foot of Will Macaloni.
Batangas down by 2. This is for the lead. De La Virgen, no good. Forward onto Billy Robles. Attacking, no good. That was his first shot attempt, by the way.
And a good stand there by MJ De La Virgen.
I did ask Billy Robles about him shooting the ball at halftime, and he said, wala. Kailangan ko mag-focus sa depensa eh. Ano lang naman kasimple.
Oo, tsaka maraming titira para sa kanya.
Right. So what he cares about is his rebounding statistic, which at halftime was 6 already. Sabi niya sa akin, 4 na lang. Double digit na ulit. As Valoria threw the ball away.
And again, how these two defend themselves, talaga outstanding. Especially, you're gonna appreciate if you're like you're a scorer defense.
Back with Byron. On to Rob Celis. Nice escape. Sorry, missed though. He did mention it's been an ugly game per se. A dogfight between Nueva Ecija and Batangas, rightfully so. As Donachea went crashing onto our A-boards.
It's turnover after a turnover, missed point-blank shot after a missed point-blank shot.
But that's because of good defense, right?
Oh, nothing's been easy for both teams.
33-31. This is like how we started the first quarter.
And again, what we're witnessing right now are dalawang champion team to ng MPBL. So, expect mo na plus the organization itself, ang laking bagay.
Oh, that's the first conversion of Billy Robles in this game out of 3 shot attempts. So from 0 shot attempts in the first 2 quarters, 3 agad in the third frame.
And these are the things that you must be ready. Yung mga unexpected mo na biglang aatake. Diba? Right now, hindi nakala ni Donachea that Billy Robles will drive in to score it.
That extended the lead of the Rice Vanguards on to 4. That was the first set of points that we had in the third quarter. That's an air ball for Ablaza. Only 2 points so far to show for this man.
High ball screen. So that's a push on Porter.
Macaloni went flying.
You know,
fouls on Chris.
The only way for Chris Porter to stop because Will Macaloni is running for that screen. And pag na-delay ka kasi doon, alam mo makaka-create ng mismatch and advantage in terms of spacing yung offense.
Here's Rob Celis, mid-range jumper. That's good. You know, Rob Celis actually achieved something very unique in the MPBL. He's the first father who has a son, and that father-son duo are both all-stars in the MPBL. His son Rob is a junior MPBL all-star and a three-point shootout king, by the way, in I believe the 16 under division. So congratulations to the two Robs, as that was Donachea, who was able to convert for Batangas City.
I think the three-point shooting definitely will come in from the father. Pero remember, yung anak ni Rob Celis gave yung NU Bullpups 16 and under their first 16 UAP Kiddies Championship.
Right. That's after he won the Junior MPBL Championship as well.
Oh.
And mind you, there's another Rob Celis coming up in Daniel Celis as Jong Valoria now makes a three-pointer. (37-36). Things are picking up now in the second half. Celis turning around and scoring.
Yeah, good move. Great move there after that ball fake.
Robbie Celis is now in double figures after he only had 2 on 0 out of 4 field goals versus Binyan. Here's MJ De La Virgen against Robbie Celis. That's a mismatch. Step back 3. That's good. He has been cold-blooded this season.
And you know, those of their own medicine. And ito yung nakikita natin for both teams. If you're gonna switch, ika-capitalize namin either attacking you down low or an isolation versus due to sa big man on top.
An absolute chess match between Batangas and Nueva Ecija. De La Virgen, with that three-pointer, has surpassed the season average of 7 points per game. Nice rebound by Billy Ray Robles. And he was fouled.
Yeah, grabe, Billy Robles skying high to get that extra possession for his team.
That's the reason why he's called the Ilonggo Superman. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. The first one is no good for Billy Ray.
And you know, parang pakiramdam mo doon sa laro, no? Ang bagal. Pero if you look at the time, we're halfway already ng third quarter.
And we've seen stretches already. The start of the first, the end of the second, kung saan ganito yung pace.
Oo.
Robles has 3, 6, and 2 as his numbers. De La Virgen goes to Ablaza. Still no good. He's been off the mark in the second half.
Exactly. And as both teams stays with their yung starters ng nitong third quarter, no? So, later on, importante i-deliver ng mga magbibigay ng pahinga sa mga to.
Off of the counter steal, it's Lucas Cullar. Billy Robles. The trailer is Celis. 2 more points for Rob.
And see how tough Chris Porter in that last play. Talagang a wall.
Kaya bumagsak si Billy Robles.
Oh, hindi basta-basta, alam mo naman natin, hindi basta-basta babagsak itong si Billy Robles.
Here's Jong Baloria. Kick out to the right guy. MJ De La Virgen. Another deadlock. 11 for MJ. He is the second guy to reach double figures for Batangas City after Levy Hernandez. Macaloni attacks. Good defense by Porter.
Wow, he just needs to stand there.
He just needs to be a wall, as you described. 4 minutes in the third. Baloria. On to Porter. Chris, no good. Rebound to Chea. One of the best in the league at that. De La Virgen, good patience against Cullar. 8 on the shot clock. MJ dancing. Almost a steal by Byron. Now they go to Porter. Fadeaway shot. No good. Battle for the loose ball. It ends up with Cullar.
Ang ganda rin ng effort na binibigay ni Don Ochea, no?
Well, Ochea is number 10 in the league in offensive rebounding as Byron Villarias connects from downtown.
And a former JRU heavy bomber players, bumps away for them.
Here's Jong Baloria. Nice strip by Byron. Remember, back in season 4, Byron Villarias was actually one of the best in the league in steals per outing, averaging close to 3. This fast break of the game is brought to you by Sports Max, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max as Billy Robles went down. Robbie Celis went up for those 2 points.
Underrated defender itong si Byron Villarias, but proven winner.
Yes. No 3 for Jong Baloria. Offensive rebound, and Apinan was left open. 6 points for Jexter.
Parang grabe yung battle down low, no? Tapos, ayun na lang eh. Pag masipag ka, baka bumagsak na lang yung bola mo sa harap eh.
You know, I actually noticed that when we cover contending teams, you guys, you analysts, would always point out the rebounding category.
Oo naman. And kasi alam mo na it will be difficult for the team to put on the points. So, offensive rebounding will be a big factor. Kasi lalong-lalo na, okay, if you notice, it's a low-scoring ball game. So you don't want to give extra possession sa kalaban mo.
Well, guess what? The difference is only 2 in terms of offensive rebounding in this game. 45-44. It's Will Macaloni, lefty versus lefty against Jexter Apinan.
Kailangan na action talaga.
Biton, almost a turnover. It is completed. One guy ahead. Apinan has the leak out. Batangas back with the advantage, 46-45.
At bawal ang fresh legs dito.
Bahio almost turned the ball over. Chris Biton onto John Wilson. Step back, three-pointer. That's good.
That's John Wilson for you.
First 3 points for the former San Juan most valuable player. Another heavy bomber at that. As Wilson got the steal, 4-on-1. Biton, stop and pop. It's a 3 for CB.
And that's danger for Batangas.
Actually, he stepped on the line.
Alam mo yun, every time Batangas gets the driver's seat, itong Nueva Ecija answers quickly. Answers back quickly.
By the way, Chris Biton is the hungriest Nueva Ecija player because he actually missed out on a couple of games. Before that game versus Binyan, his last appearance was against San Juan. Meaning, the last 3 games that he played were all losses. It's a 3-game individual losing streak for Chris Biton, as that is a 2-pointer on his fast break shot.
And it adds pressure to deliver. Especially with a player like Chris Biton that we know na talagang ang galing na scorer naman talaga.
John Wilson, another proven scorer, continues here with another 3-pointer. He's up to 6 points. And the lead is 7. This is 1 away from the biggest lead of Nueva Ecija.
Ito yung I mentioned to you, Migs, kanina na importante yung mga players na magbibigay ng pahinga dun sa starters. And it happened, that went all Nueva Ecija's way.
Imagine having an MVP off the bench and then another guy, Chris Biton, who has been selected to the All-MPBL team twice already. That happened back in his Manila days, kung kailan nasa San Juan pa, itong si John Wilson. They were actually quite rivals in the North in the pre-pandemic era of the MPBL. Siyempre, nung time na yun, it was Chris Biton plus Aris Junicio for Manila versus John Wilson, Mike Ayonayon, and John Arglarito of San Juan. This is JB Bahio, able to convert.
Grabe rin yun, yung time na yun, no? I like also that series when si Byron Villarreal was still with the Bataan organization, no?
Yeah.
That's a classic duel. Actually, it's a war against that Bataan Manila series.
Nalala ko, si Riel Cervantes. He was also a big-time scorer back then. A part of the top 2 alongside Michael Wico. As now there's a pushing foul called. Nueva Ecija has completely taken over.
Again, they really outplayed itong second group na in-insert ni Coach Cholo sa atin itong third quarter.
It's free throws already. Or no? Nope. It's going to be a sideline inbound. So that put Batangas in a penalty. Chris Biton trying to dance with CJ Isit. Now it's JV Bahio with 5 to work with. Bahio drives. Nice feed onto Macaloni.
And what a way to end the third quarter. It was 46-45. I remember na itong Batangas take over yung kalamangan from Nueva Ecija. But after that, it's a 12-0 run.
These highlights of the game are brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. We did see a good number of 3-pointers in the third quarter on both ends. Vicelis also contributing more points as much as John Wilson caught fire in the third frame for the Nueva Ecijanos. It is now 57-46 here inside the Alontes Sports Arena. This third quarter score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. This fan, or these fans of the game, are brought to you by Jinky Skin. Good to have them here inside the Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna for Batangas versus Nueva Ecija. And this will be followed by Davao Occidental taking on the home squad in Binyan Tatak Gel. Before this, we saw a double-double performance. The best player for Parañaque was Josh Galliano, but John Oduba recorded a triple-double as well with 20 rebounds to his name.
And again, contrasting no, yung ating first game and the second game. First game, it was really high scoring, a lot of running, pero itong game na nito, more deliberate. And if you look, you see the quarter scoring, 24-15 in favor of Nueva Ecija in that third quarter. And that plus 9 points makes it happen in the closing minutes ng third quarter.
And the bench did the damage for them.
It was a bench mob coming from by Nueva Ecija.
They got 9 points from John Wilson and Chris Biton combined. And the bench scoring has equalized because of that third quarter performance. Baseline inbound for MJ Ayaay. These two teams are currently seated number 3 respectively in the North and South divisions. MJ Ayaay recovers with 4 to work with. Ayaay, nice block by Hernandez. And here's Isit pushing. Good strip by Chris Biton.
And again, Chris Biton, hindi in-inserto nung first half.
Biton now, giving it up to Rob Celis. Too strong, rebound Panyamogan. Where will the offense come from if you're Batangas?
You need to get Levy Hernandez going again.
Hernandez had 10 by halftime. He didn't score in the third. Panyamogan misfires. That's a push by Apinan.
Clear. And Will was able to sell it well.
Makaloni is still trying to sell it. Kahit na naitawag na nga. Para sigurado lang.
Baka mag+1 pa na yung foul ni Jex. Grabe rin siyang depensa ni Jex Apinan in this game.
Hernandez went down. He could not sell that charge. This is Chris Biton going to Robbie Celis. Back to Chris. Two-man game. Biton, 11 to work with. They swing it over. Makaloni, the drive, and the miss.
Kaya sabi ko sa'yo, ayaw na ni Steph. Gusto pa ni Will +1 eh.
Hernandez, catch and fire. Short. Panyamogan was actually open at the corner.
Yeah, imagine the 5 playing right now for Nueva Ecija can be an all-star.
Good point. Well, they do have 4 former MPBL All-Stars. 2 are current. And Ayaay obviously is in his rookie season in our league. Pero hindi na rookie yan in Philippine basketball. That's a blocking foul called on Will Makaloni.
That's his third. Pero pero maganda rin, na-preserve siya ni Coach Don Dula in this game. Committed 2 early fouls in the first half.
So Makaloni will continue playing. They're up by 11. Both teams haven't scored as of yet in this frame. Panyamogan, still no good. Rebound to Biton. And here's MJ Ayaay. Down the middle, Ayaay was bumped. Ayaay will miss. Balik sa kabila. Panyamogan, another 3. Still no good.
Talagang, those are his shots. And they need him to score.
Panyamogan is 0 out of 5 from the field. All from downtown. Almost 3 minutes gone by. Chris Biton. The spell continues.
Ganon sila handa sa movement ng bawat isa eh.
And finally, the first points in this quarter by Levy Hernandez.
And a good decision there by Levy Hernandez to attack instead. Kasi masyado nang safe yung laro ng Batangas City.
That trims the lead down to 9 points. Those are the first 2 points of Hernandez in the second half. He's up to a dozen now, ahead of MJ de la Virgen's 11 for Batangas City.
Nagbabalik ang MPBL. During halftime, both teams had a few things pointed out. For Batangas, one is the number of their turnovers. Of course, they give credit to Nueva Ecija for forcing them, but they gotta take care of the ball even better. Number 2, in terms of defense, kailangan daw mas maging assertive in getting the ball. And lastly, they need more effort on boxing out. For Nueva Ecija naman, the coaches said defense-wise, they're good with what the Rice Vanguards are showing. Kailangan lang i-sustain. In terms of offense, they gotta be calm and patient. Speaking of calmness and patience, kahit gaano kainit ang laban na ito going to the second half, I saw Robbie Celes at the corner, quiet, calming his nerves, regaining his focus, and directing all his energy to this ball game. Back to you guys.
You know, that type of calming yourself down, it's been quite a trend in the whole of sports. Di ba uso na yung mga psychological practices, the meditations nowadays?
Oo. Again, because that composure gives you a lot na makaka-focus ka uli and not give in dun sa pressure ng laro. Because at the end of the day, it's your decision making that separates you, that makes you special as well.
Yes. Gotta appreciate those players. Yung nakaupo lang mag-isa, with your back up straight, sometimes with a towel over their head.
Meditation, no? Nagme-meditate.
Pinakauso yun sa volleyball eh.
Because you really need to zone yourself. And meron pa kaming program na imaging eh. Diba?
What's that?
Yeah, you have your players sit down, then have them close their eyes. Tapos parang sinasabi mo yung istorya ng laro.
Oh, wow.
Oo, so nire-ready mo sila whatever happens. And this guy as well. I-ready mo yung sarili mo when he gets on fire. 3 3-pointers already in this game, and the very reason why etong Nueva Ecija is now up by 12 points.
So 9 points all in the second half for John Wilson. Batangas City down by a dozen. Panyamogan.
And they are on a 15-2 run. Etong Nueva Ecija.
How long was that stretch with Batangas unable to score?
Yeah, that's around 6 minutes. Last 3 minutes ng third when they had that run. Tapos unang puntos nila, 7 minutes after yung layup pa lang ni Levi Hernandez.
Here's Robbie Celes on to John Wilson. In and out. Rebound Apinan. Batangas trying to push. Panyamogan. Almost a steal. It is completed. Credit that to Bitoon.
Ganda ng timing ni Bitoon. Actually, etong dalawang to, if you check on their plus-minus in this game, Chris Bitoon and John Wilson, baka sila na yung pinakamataas for Nueva Ecija.
Well, they're up there with Will Macaloni. As John Wilson pulls up. No good. Rebound, Apinan. They go to Levi Hernandez. Ooh, no control there.
Actually, extended minutes already from Apinan.
Valoria will return. So this is the 4 of Batangas. Valoria, Apinan, Ablaza, and Hernandez with CJ Isit.
Nagbago ba? Okay, for Nueva Ecija, para palang hindi nagbago. We have Villarias being inserted for John Wilson. Ito ng mga si Billy Ray Robles being inserted for Ayaay.
CB on to Jay Collado. 6 seconds. Collado had to hang in the air for that feed, and it's all worth it. 2 points for Billy Robles. And they're so happy with the hang time of Jay Collado.
Nag-ham time muna si Jay, tapos nag-ham time si Billy.
62-48.
What a pass by Collado.
That's a gimme for CJ Isit off of that miscue for Nueva Ecija. They're still down by 12. This is the ultimate bounce-back game for the Nueva Ecijanos. Batangas are still trying to fight back. We've seen them perform miracles for us this season already. This play of the game is brought to you by Suzuki. The hang time by Jay Collado onto the longest Superman in Billy Robles. Now there's a backcourt violation. A gentle reminder, Batangas already pulled off an 8-point comeback in 45 seconds. And then a 6-point comeback in 20 seconds.
And nanalo yun sa overtime pa.
Against QC. That was the 45-second 8-point comeback that happened in Pampanga. But they lost to Quezon Province in the other game. So this is not a safe lead as of yet if you're Nueva Ecija. Batangas has Ablasa scoring. It's been rather a quiet night for him.
Pero ito naman maganda with Batangas, no, na they know every time na kailangan nila makascore ng mabilis.
Good pressure applied by Isit and Hernandez. And ball is a jump ball.
Ball remains with Nueva Ecija.
Lucas Cullar will check back in to try to stabilize things. It's Villarias who will sit down. So Chris Biton has definitely earned his minutes here. Back with Lucas against MJ De La Virgen. Robles onto Biton. Nice fake. Biton shoots. Short. Rebound Hernandez.
Masyadong libre na si CB.
62-52.
A score for Batangas. Will, feeling ko magta-time out si Coach Don Dulay. There you go.
I don't know if my partner here should be called an analyst or a psychic.
I'm learning, Migs. I'm
Right
learning.
on point, Coach Louie. So it's a 3-pointer for Jong Valoria and a timeout for Coach Don Dulay. Presenting our Suzuki, muscular and sporty fans of the game. There you go, flex on them. Just like the Avenus, do more and achieve more with a muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenus, oras na para magmotor. It is 62-55 in favor of Nueva Ecija. Right after we talked about the comeback abilities of Batangas. And now we present to you the leading scorers of the Nueva Ecijanos. Robbie Celis has 12, Will Macaloni has 10, and John Wilson has been a rejuvenated person here in Binyan.
And yeah, off the bench, ito especially big third quarter for John Wilson. Pero ito yung makikita mo na chess match between both coaches is if you were able to pick the right guy to play na maglalaro and at makaka-contribute kasi parang pag nagpalit ng tao, it's either an uphill or downhill eh. Di ba?
3 minutes to go, almost a steal by Apinan. Numbers for Nueva Ecija. Lucas Cullar, short. Rebound by Wilson. He gets it back. John Wilson, short again. And the ball was tapped away in favor of Batangas City.
That's 2 blue shirts for that rebound.
This is going to be a big-time possession for the white shirts.
And ang maganda dito, ang ganda ng laban nitong fourth quarter. Pero if you look at the foul situation ng parehong kupunan, just 2 fouls for Batangas and only 1 foul para dito sa Nueva Ecija.
Back with Robbie Celis. It's Lucas Colliar, defended by MJ de la Virgen. Lucas escapes. Colliar, drive and feed. John Wilson onto Rob Celis. Free throw jumper. Short. No bounce for him. John Wilson. Yes,
there you
sir.
Go.
These last 2 minutes are brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX.
Oh, what a basket coming from John Wilson off that offensive rebound. Na, you know, offensive rebound putback. We don't usually say that if it concerns John Wilson.
That's the first 2-pointer of John Wilson in this game. He has scored all of his 11 points in the second half. Under 100 seconds remaining. Nueva Ecija with a comfortable cushion, but they still have to be wary. Billy Robles given space by Levy. 6 on the shot clock. Billy Ray, short. Can Batangas convert? Levy Hernandez, a 3-pointer. That's big. Foul given up by MJ de la Virgen. You did mention we haven't seen as many fouls as of yet in this frame.
So they gonna use it wisely. It's either like MJ fouling itong si Lucas Colliar to set their defense up. Diba? So ayun na, ito yung talino na ng bawat player nitong kupunan na ito eh.
Billy Robles will bring it down against Levy Hernandez. Nueva Ecija is up by 6. Colliar off of the switch. 11 on the shot clock. Lucas Colliar, what a spin! A beautiful move by Lucas Colliar.
I was about to say kung kanino ibibigay yung bola, pero Lucas Colliar.
Yeah. Who would have thought? That's a guy who has specialized on defense in his collegiate years with UE and CSB, but he is coming off of his season high, 15 points against Binyan Tatak Gel, so he looks to be very comfortable here inside the Alontes Sports Arena.
And you know, it's gonna come from the unexpected. Diba? Ito yung sinasabi natin, who will be that guy? And in that very important possession, it was Lucas Colliar.
66-58. We shall update our player matchup. Seda Blaza only has 4 points in this game with 8 rebounds. On the other end, Robbie Celis has a dozen with 3 boards in close to 30 minutes of play.
But again, malapit yung matchup sa minutes played.
Yeah.
Di ba? Again, it's the importance, the important role of both players ang makikita mo doon eh. So scoring talagang lamang na lamang si Rob, pero in rebounding naman lamang si Seda Blaza.
Batangas is down by 8.
Switch all.
Levy Hernandez, short, rebound Macaloni. Let's see if Batangas can pressure up. Foul given up by Seda Blaza. This is already looking very comfortable for Nueva Ecija. They are looking for a bounce-back victory after their toughest loss this season. Well, this could snap the 3-game winning streak of Coach Cholo Villanueva and the rest of Batangas.
At importante they were able to do it here. Bounce back here in this Alonte gym wherein talagang dito sila medyo minasaker nung Binyan Tatak Gel.
That really is the word. I mean, for Robbie Celis to describe that game as his worst MPBL performance and Jay Collado to describe it as his worst loss as a Nueva Ecijano or as a Nueva Ecija player, it was really that bad of a day. So at least they would get their confidence back. They've worked so hard in their past couple of practices. They would even tell us that it's a wake-up call that they might have needed after all.
Oo, and I think a game also na we're in, ito maganda, si John Wilson was, I think, this is his best game wearing that Nueva Ecija uniform.
John Wilson did convert from the line, extending the lead to 9 points.
Mga kabasketball, handa na ba kayo? Makisaya ngayong September 7 sa Zamboanga City para sa 2024 Sikat MPBL All-Star Game. Iba ang sigla at laban sa Zamboanga. Suporta kita kung mga manlalaro MPBL, ang Liga ng Bayan. Basta Zamboanga, sikat.
Good to hear from our MPBL founder, Senator Manny Pacquiao, inviting us all for our All-Star Day this coming September 7 in Zamboanga City, where Will Macaloni will be starting for the North All-Stars. Behind him is Robbie Celis, who will be coming off the bench. On the other end, it's Levi Hernandez and Cedric Ablaza, who will be representing the South Division All-Stars.
And of course, alam naman natin, yung founder natin, one of the most excited player for our All-Star.
Sa executive game.
Executive game.
We do also have our three-point shootout and the dunk contest about to happen, so watch out for that. Batangas trying to pull off a miracle. Ablaza turns around. He got blocked by Robbie Celis. Celis is actually number 7 in the league in shot blocks per outing.
Ano kasi, deceiving eh.
Yeah.
Di ba? Pero yung, I think the wingspan of Rob is around 6'5", 6'6" yan.
Apinan, unable to score. That should do it. John Wilson, rightfully so, got the ball in his best performance as a member of the Nueva Ecija Rise Vanguards. This is their bounce-back win.
Oh, and you know what ang pinakamaganda sa ginawa ng Nueva Ecija right now is yung defensive tenacity nila nitong second half. Grabe, they really limited itong Batangas City to just 15 third quarter points and just 12 fourth quarter points. So again, pinag-usapan natin to, defense will be the game changer para sa matchup na ito.
Even though Nueva Ecija was far off from its usual 86 points per game, actually they reversed it in this matchup, only 68 points. Because of your theme of defense, they're able to get a 10-point victory. His best player of the game is brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Big shout out to guys like Robbie Celis, Will Macaloni, and Billy Robles played well.
And that crucial two-pointer na nanggaling kay JC Collier to extend the lead to 8.
But of course, it's John Wilson who will be getting the honors for tonight. His final score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. Let's go to Andrea.
Thank you, Migs. Our daily fantasy best player of this game is no other than John Wilson. First of all, congratulations, John. First 2 quarters of this game, medyo tahimik ka pa. Pero come the second half, in the third quarter, doon ka nag-contribute ng 2 mong tres na nagbigay ng enough cushion sa team mo at nasustain nyo na yun hanggang dulo.
Keep composed lang. Alam ko naman na through hard work ko na alam ko magre-resulta. Hindi man sa first half, nag-resulta ng second half. So yun lang, tiwala tayo sa sistema ni Coach doon, and then yun nga, until then, still composed.
John, na-fulfill ninyo yung objective nyo today, which is makabawi from the hands of the Southern Division na contending teams. But come your next 3 games, ayan na naman ang mga top teams from the South. Ano ba ang bago ninyong objective? Ang masustain ang ganitong laro o improve pa to lalo?
Yung galing kaming talo, balik kami, back to basic kami. And then, inayos namin dapat ayusin, especially yung team defense. Kasi yun din naman yung sinasabi ko sa kanila, every time na nasa practice kami, team defense yung bubuhay sa atin.
At nag-reflect naman yon in this game. Meron ka bang gustong batiin o pasalamatan? Go ahead.
Una, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord sa pangalan namin at ginabayan niya kami. Thank you kay Boss Bong and kay Madam sa mga taga Nueva Ecija. At salamat din sa mga management coaches, sa mga teammates ko. And then kay Ninong Mayor Jun Inares ng Rizal, kay Boss Russell Calianta ng Bilangon Rizal, sa workout trainer ko kay Coach Diego, kay Dr. Chio sa dentist ko, sa manager ko kay Boss Alvin Torno, sa family ko sa Rizal, sa New Zealand at sa Team Chrysler. Especially sa wife ko kay Donna, siyempre sa 2 kids ko na laging nandyan sa every game ko. Kay Jan Junior, kay Lilus Dana. And God bless to all.
Alright, thank you so much. Once again, that is John Wilson, our best player of the game, brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Back to you, Mix and Coach Louie.
Thank you, Andrea. Big time performance by John Wilson. This should go down as one of his best games. For Nueva Ecija, of course, in contention would be his 15-point performance versus Negros last July 13. And it's win number 19 for the Rice Vanguards. They're back in the winning column, snapping the 3-game winning streak as well of the Batangas Rum Masters. Thank you for joining us, folks. For Andrea Endicio and Coach Louie Gonzalez, my name is Mix Gomez. At babalik ko po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.